Thank you, Preston. Brian, why were you guys able to hold Kyler Murray to just 133 yards passing today?
I mean, we put emphasis on it in the week, keeping eyes on him because we know he can make plays with his feet. So I mean, that was just like the game plan coming in, is just contain him to. I mean, he had a nice run, but he didn't have a lot of them. So we kind of did our job. We didn't want him to get out and make a lot of plays with his feet.
Let's go to Phil Orban and then David Newton.
Hey, Brian. It seemed like the defense was playing so well, and then on that one drive started to maybe slip a little bit, and then Yetur had that forced fumble. How big was that in terms of regaining the momentum defensively?
That was a big sack and a big play that we needed because they were driving the ball pretty successfully. So we really needed that play, and that was a big turnover for him. His first sack was a strip sack and had a clutch time. So, yeah, that was a big play, man. We needed that.
Hey, Brian, a few weeks ago when Christian went down, he came and talked to us and told us how he thought this team could still win, still be a factor for the playoffs and all that. And everybody probably didn't, at least outside of your world, may not have believed that, losing your biggest star. What did you guys believe at that point?
I mean, we're all about next man up. So, I mean, if somebody goes down, we have people that's ready and that can play to pick up that slack. So, I mean, Reggie and Mike did a great job today, and I'm really proud of them boys. But that's what it's all about, man. Next man up. We'll be glad to have Christian back. He'll be back soon. But as long as our guys are ready to play, that's all that matters.
All right, let's go to Jonathan Alexander and then Deshaun Brown.
Hey, Brian. Hope you're doing well, man.
Appreciate it. I'm doing well.
Good. I think after the Buccaneers game, we asked you a question about the losing, and you said you were sick of it. So how does the winning feel now, and what's working?
It's feeling good, man. I don't want to lose this feeling. I mean, I don't want to go back to losing. That sucks. But it's feeling good, so we got to keep this momentum, keep this ball rolling. And I feel like everything's just coming together. Besides little bonehead penalties, everything's coming together. The offense is playing well. Defense is playing extremely well, in my opinion. And special teams making plays as well. So as long as we can keep everything keep this momentum and keep it going, I don't think we can be stopped. I don't think we're scratching the surface yet.
Hey, Brian, this is Deshaun with Channel 9. Congratulations on the win. Wanted to get a sense from you. Coach Rule mentioned it, and also Yetur, on the difference they noticed with the fans that were allowed. What sort of difference did you notice out there in terms of the atmosphere?
It's just energy. Ultimately, I mean, just having people cheer for you when you make a play, it just feels good, and then it keeps guys hyped up. That's all I can really think about it. But I'm glad that the fans are back. Some of them. I'm glad that some of the fans are back. I mean, it's a slight difference, but I'm just glad they're back, honestly. That's all.
Let's go to Josh Klein and then Joe Person.
Hey, Brian. Congrats on the win. For you guys, you have such a young defense, and I think a lot of people from outside the organization, they look at it and they kind of thought, well, this is going to take some time for you guys to kind of meld and grow together. Have you seen that kind of that growth and that unity already with this young defense just through 4 games?
Definitely. I feel like we got young guys that can really play, and as long as our vets, I keep them on the right road or whatever, the right path, I feel like they'll be great. When the play comes to you, you got to make it. Like Troy Pride made a great play going down the sideline in the red zone. Yetur made a great play. Derrick Brown had a couple TFLs. I mean, as long as they step up to them, because when they get on the field, they're not rookies anymore. They're just a part of the defense. And that's how we look at it. So we expect them to know what to do, and we expect them to make plays regardless of the fact. So rookie stuff out the window.
Brian, you said it's early, 4 weeks into it. But, a lot of people outside the building were penciling you guys in for a rebuilding year, right from the start. And, I mean, at what point do you start kind of looking around the rest of the division and saying, why not us?
I mean, I never even thought about no rebuild, nothing. I mean, I don't really pay attention to a lot of that stuff. But I just know the guys that we have in the locker room are special. Like everybody, like we're just being so close. Like I don't know, it's just like it's like a different team. I really can't explain it, but everything is just starting to click, and we just need to keep this momentum and keep it going because I really don't feel like we scratched the surface yet, to be honest.
All right, guys, we have time for two more, so let's go to Chris Jenkins and then finish with Miles Simmons.
Hey, Brian, it seemed unusual for you, but can you talk about that personal foul that you got and what led to that?
Yeah, y'all know I don't really be with all that extra stuff, but emotions get hyped, things happen on the field. Just got to keep my composure. I mean, I don't hold no grudges off the field, so whatever happened on it is dead. I ain't worried about it.
Brian, I mean, you mentioned that you guys allowed a couple of big runs to Kyler Murray, but for the most part, you were able to kind of keep him contained in the pocket. You had 3 quarterback hits. So what was key to being able to contain him in those rush lanes?
Just keeping eyes on him. And the games we had, they were working. He couldn't really scramble because there was a lot of movement going on in front of him, and we had guys spying him. So there was really nowhere for him to go except that one run he had, I think, for like 40-some yards. That was the only run that he could really get, because I feel like we were doing our job as far as, like I told you, we put emphasis during the week to keep him contained. So, I mean, that was pretty much it. He just couldn't really go anywhere.